Take a big ass hit.
Yeah. Yo, motherfucking King, what's good, dog?
We in here again, dog. Another one.
Yes, sir. Here we are.
Back to back, 36 weeks straight, bro.
36 weeks, 36 episodes.
And before we get started, I want to compliment
Liquid Death.
This show is sponsored to you by Liquid Death. Let's all open up our cans and shit.
Yes, sir.
Get that nice little.
Let's get that little quench.
1, 2. Quench the thirst right trick.
Shout out to Liquid Death.
Yo, this is the severed lime, man. That shit's fire.
I was bringing the green, not because I have the green jacket, though, for sure.
You know, you got to coordinate, bro.
Also, just to let y'all know, this show is sponsored by Sonny and Jesse over at Premier Tax and Financial Services. They got 7 different locations throughout El Paso area. Services include taxes, credit repair, bookkeeping, and much more, man. Like you said before, man, if you're an entrepreneur, you better get your taxes right,
If you're an
man.
entrepreneur and you make your own money and you don't know quite how to handle that, you want to move up to the next tax bracket, you got to hit up the guys at Premier Tax,
They'll
man.
do you
Sonny
right,
will
man.
help you
They'll
out.
do you right. Whatever you need.
We got our guests today, Jaime and Jacob from
Yes, sir.
Timeless
Appreciate
Barber
y'all coming
Supply,
down.
man. I've been wanting to get these guys in for a minute, dog. I've been knowing them now for a minute, so now you know that they're in here. It's all love and shit, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming to the show and you know taking the time to be here.
100.
That's mad love, bro.
Thank you guys, bro. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited,
Course,
man.
dog. You know, dog, you
What's
my nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing in business for, you know what I mean? Not like, you know, for about 3 years and shit, knowing each other. We kind of started up, seeing each other start off at the same kind of level, and then just kind of boom, boom, boom. We always checking.
Always
on
been
these guys.
supporting
Yeah,
each
bro.
other.
Yeah,
It's a
man,
jump,
always.
bro.
Yeah, I just talked jam with them for like 2-3 minutes, man. I could tell they're fucking hustlers, man. Entrepreneurs, man. That you know, what I mean, definitely.
And dope,
Appreciate it.
humble people, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
Cool
and that's
ass
what it
people.
takes, dude. That's part of the fucking formula to being
Yes, sir.
successful
Yes,
entrepreneur.
sir.
How
Also,
much gratitude, man.
They
Gratitude.
hooked us up with a little gear.
Oh, we appreciate you,
know what I'm
man.
saying? They got
Thank
the
you.
tee, the
Little timeless gear, timeless
Yeah.
gear.
a little long
for the
sleeve joint,
winter.
you know what I mean? It's a little chilly this morning.
Hell yeah,
Sir, hoodies
Hell
coming
yeah.
soon, baby.
We just
But
want to show
Chef-
some love. You know, thank you guys for having us on. You know, taking the time to get to know us and you know all that.
That's
Hell
what's
yeah,
up, bro.
1,000, man. Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
entrepreneur love, man. We real recognize real over here, dog, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Chef,
What's
how was your
good?
last week, dog?
Oh man, we grinded, man. And, you know, day after day after day. No days off. Went to let's see, the highlight I guess on Sunday. I was over at the Hope and Anchor. They did a little fundraiser for. I want to say do you remember who the fundraiser for it was, Paul? It was for dog. I saw dogs there. I think. I don't remember who it was. No, oh man. So I think the shelter anyway. It's for the dog shelter. They had, for adopting dogs and stuff like that. But it was a chili cook-off. And they needed like judges and like people to eat and stuff like that and check out. And then you judge.
Shit,
the
play
chili.
around dogs, man. What?
Dog, you know what I mean? I don't know, man, but you know what I mean. But the thing is, like, I hate animals. That's the thing. Like, if you don't want, like, it's not that I hate animals.
You're just not a. Don't say that, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't ever
That's
say
bad
that.
juju. I just don't.
You're not an animal person.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not the one that's gonna like walk the dog and pick up the poop and like fucking like when I'm cooking, they're gonna be like checking me out. Like that shit bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
little pet peeve.
Yeah, exactly. Like little pet peeves and shit. So like, but my dad, like he grew me up that way. So he even said like, you know, you got to figure out your kinship with dogs. You know what I mean? Like that's part in the Bible and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, what the fuck? So
loyal.
I've been trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? I've been trying to figure it out. So like being there, like I was looking at the dogs like. You know, they smell me and shit. Like, see what's up, man. Maybe one will be like, "Hey, what's up, dog? Come take me home and shit."
Throw him a little piece of chicken
me
or
home.
something.
Something like that. Yeah. But yeah. Shout out to Hope and Anchor. Shout out Ex Novo. They were my boy Mike Mayoga. He was throwing the event. Gave a bunch of fucking gifts. Like, what was that auction? You kind of like auction where you sign up for a price and then you keep
Raffle
going.
and shit.
Yeah, like a raffle. I won Sessions and Aurelia's date night, so I have to figure that out, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You was busy.
Exactly. But yeah, no, the normal grind, dude. Every day doing my damn thing. For sure. And then Thanksgiving, I'll be making dinner for one of my clients. So, be a full day right there for
Hell
sure.
yeah,
sure.
dog. That's what's up, man.
Oh, yeah. How about you, man? How was your week, man?
I felt it, bro. Last week was kind of like in that rush. Like I said, the prior weeks before that was kind of like not slow, but just kind of like, you know, right there, steady and shit.
Right.
Right before Thanksgiving, it starts to pick up. You know what I mean? So we wanted to go out to the Powerhouse event on Saturday. Yo, shout out Powerhouse. But you know, it was just busy, dog. I couldn't miss out on that bag. You know, I got you know, priorities and responsibilities and shit now. So unfortunately, I couldn't make it, but
Yeah.
You know, the pocket's looking real nice, bro. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
The savings looking real nice right now.
Right,
so
right.
I can't complain about that, man. But Timeless, how was y'all's last week, dog?
Man, it was good.
Right.
It was a little busy, but I mean, it's that time around like that holiday season. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So I mean, just trying to stay on top of Timeless, but at the same time, you know, I got my cutting hair to do.
Yeah.
My boy got his school and all that, so it's just trying to find that balance when shit starts to get a little bit busier.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I can't complain, man. We're feeling blessed. Happy with the situation. So I mean, just grinding, bro.
That's what's
straight
up, man.
grinding, bro. Hell
So,
yeah.
like, give us a little background about yourself, Jacob. Like, I know, so you're a barber as well.
Yes, sir.
How long you been cutting for, dog? How long you been
I
cutting
started
hair for?
cutting when I was in 8th grade, so I was around like 13, 14.
Damn, you started young.
Yeah, bro. So it's been about like 8, 9 years already.
You started cutting yourself, or like you like?
I actually had one homeboy. I had one homeboy that would cut up for a whole year, and I would jack that homeboy up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he would take so many L's for me, but I let him know that time that if you let me jack you up, bro, I got you for life.
Yeah.
I'll
Figure
cut
it
you
out.
for free.
We'll figure it
So
out.
my boy takes advantage now, bro. He's coming once a week and yo, chop me up, dog.
That's
I need
what's
to
up.
clean up, dog. You said,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
You
said-
said.
Hey, you said 10 years ago, dog. I'm like, hey, dog, I'm a man of my word. I gotta respect it. So
That's
I mean,
what's up.
shout out to the homie.
Yo, that's what's up, bro. Yeah. But you need people like that are gonna, you know what I mean, trust you and not. I mean, just to even if they already know you're gonna fuck them up and not maybe do 100% job.
Yep.
That they know and trust in your vision and where it's going. You know what I mean.
Yeah,
You need people
100%.
like that. I'm sure your boy's been like that.
Hell yeah.
My boy Jaime. Give us a little bit about your background, dog. Where you come from? Like, you guys grew up in the same hood, or
Yeah, we're actually both from Sanelli down in the valley. It's a very
Sanelli, shout
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Shout
Yes,
out.
sir.
It's a
Stand
small
up.
town. Everyone kind of knows everyone. You know, everyone knows your business. But you know, it's weird how kind of like we kind of got to know each other. I'm actually getting. I have 2 degrees at UTEP, so I'm grinding, trying to hustle with
hell
that.
yeah,
That's
man.
what's up,
Fuck
dog.
yeah, that's
Shout
what's
out.
up, dude.
Not a lot of people go that route, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, school is not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm a big believer in that. I tried it. I missed the degree by a few credits and shit. I just couldn't hang in there. But for you to
Still,
stick
you
it
can go
out
back
and then
anytime, bro.
continue your education, bro, that's like time. You know what I mean?
yeah.
What are you getting your
that's
degrees
big
in, bro?
up.
I have both, and I have a bachelor's in social work and a master's in social work. So.
Damn, that's what's up, man.
And it's crazy. I clown with him a lot, but we're doing the timeless entrepreneur stuff, and I'm like, I hope I never get to use it, man. Like, I just hope to just have those plaques on the wall and, you know, just sitting pretty, you know.
That's what's up.
Hey, man, whatever your passion is, man, whatever makes you happy at the end of the day, dog, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to use those degrees, then use that, but...
As long as your heart's in there, you know what
yeah,
I mean?
that's what's up, for
And
sure.
what does that do? Like, what is that degree in? Like, I know it's like social work, but I mean, give us a little.
Like, what do you want to do with it?
What do you
per
do?
se? Like, let's say...
What does someone with that degree do?
So some of that degree is like helping like the people in the community. So you can help like the veterans, you can help children, you can help women who've been in like abusive relationships. You know, even helping like the poverty. You know, helping just the community. You know, bringing it all together.
True.
And you just kind of pick and choose what field and which population you want to focus on.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what's
for sure,
up.
for
I
sure.
mean, that kind of works with what you're doing because you got to be able to talk to people, you know what I mean, and all sorts of different types of people, where they different backgrounds and shit like that.
Yeah, like I always tell him, bro. Like he's like, oh, I probably won't ever use it. And
You're
I was
using
like,
it.
I'm like, exactly. I'm like, bro, you are using it. Like, you don't think that going to school changed who you are? Like, all that lead up to now, bro. And look how
Yeah.
you are now. So you are using it. Don't feel like you ain't using it.
And
You
then-
are
yeah.
using it, bro.
And in the end, dude, ultimately, like when people hire you, like they're looking at, oh, you went to school, so that means that you went to class. That means that you studied to make the grade. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you have a 3.4, whatever. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be that, but they see, oh, okay, this guy's the grinder. This guy made it through college. Whatever he did, he made it through. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, and you use those skills later. Because I mean, culinary arts. I mean, I got out thinking I was a chef, and it's like, shit, I was doing dishes for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you the truth. You know, you gotta build your way up. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. That's
that's
what's up.
definitely a stepping stone. You know what I mean? Like that experience that you've learned, just like your boy said, is kind of prepared you for what you're all doing now. You know what I
Big
mean?
time, yeah, big time.
And so, like, let's get into that. Like, what made you guys start? Like, where did the idea of providing barber supplies and then the way you guys do it, because you guys go out to
Yeah,
every shop?
The birth of Timeless. Where'd that come
I mean,
from?
how did that stem? Where, like, whose idea was it, and who started it, or how did it go about?
You mind if I jump in?
yeah, go for it, brother.
So, my boy, he's actually a barber, as he said, and he would just chop me up. Sometimes it would take longer than expected when he would cut me up. And we'd just have conversations about like we'll kind of finish our own sentences like, oh, bro. And we would just kind of like have this glow on our conversations.
Yeah.
And eventually, like, we would kind of sell shoes. We kind of got into like dabbing into like selling shoes. Before it was cool, you know, like before all these like big stores now resellers. We would just kind of like go thrifting. We would clean them up, resell them. And I would sell to him, and then eventually he started getting a plug, and he would sell to me.
Nice.
And we would just chop it up. We're like, bro, like that's crazy. Like, and again, like our conversation started getting a little bit more substance and like what our vision was for the future. And eventually, like Jacob was a barber. He was already starting to kind of come with the idea of Timeless, the barber supply. He already knew like the idea of what it could become,
the vision,
and he had actually had some trial and errors. He had like a few capes, and I feel like that's when our boy Vic was one of the first. He was actually the first our first customer. He hit us up.
So what started the whole thing? Like, I want to do like, cause you're cutting up hair. Do you have like a full schedule? You can pretty much make your own schedule and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. But it was actually, and I want to. During the pandemic, I know we all had time to think and stuff like that. Oh, hell
yeah, dude.
So, I mean, as barbers, they shut down the shops. We weren't cutting. So, I mean, I had time. That's when we were selling shoes at the moment. And I don't know, man. I just saw a void. I saw a void where, you know, barbering is very... There's a lot of barbers nowadays.
Yeah, for sure. He always talks about that. The market's all flooded and stuff like that.
Very flooded. And, I mean, it's a blessing. You know, the barber game, we go out of town and we look at different spots. El Paso barber game is hands down the best.
For sure.
The best.
Shit,
it's like the mecca of barbering, bro. I've always said that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
I've always said that.
So I always saw the void, man. There was all these, because my initial dream was to open my own barbershop. I always barbershop. But then I started seeing that trend, and I'm like, damn, what's kind of outside of that, you know? What's in the same industry but outside? And I saw that EP Beauty was like the only big one. And I was like, damn, bro, what if I, instead of trying to open a barbershop, I kind of have all of them, and I could be like provide value to all the shops and not try to, like, you know what I'm saying, compete or anything like that.
Yeah, kind of make your own lane.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's thinking outside the box right there. That's what's up, man.
And like, honestly, bro, like, I want to talk about how it came into existence, because how he said before, we always had that conversation. I would stay cutting up for hours, bro, because I would talk more than what I would cut his hair, because we'd be going back and forth. So I mean, the timing of it, I had went out of town for my birthday, and when I came back, I was like, I'm gonna go all in on it, all in. And when I got back, I went to the park. We were playing ball. No one knew of it. You know what I'm saying? It was just, I hit up the shop. I hit up Vic. I hit up 2 people, and I was like, yo, this shit could work. I was playing ball, and he came up to me. And he's like, hey, bro, like, I want to go somewhere we can have a talk. You know, I want to talk business with you. Like, I think me and you rub off each other. I think we could start a business. So at the time, I didn't think of it. So when we went to go talk, I thought, oh, shit. Maybe I could bring him into Timeless, because we're talking shoes, this and that. And when we did start that, man, like, think about it now, it was a risk. Like, we knew each other, and we were like good friends because of basketball. I cut his hair. Yeah. But we didn't really like know each other. So like the risk was like, damn. And now that I look at it, bro, it's been the biggest blessing that I've done, you know. And I took that.
But it's a risk, dude.
We took that risk, bro, and it paid off, bro. Because I mean, this guy's fucking hustler, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
He's a hustler, bro. So I'm just grateful that.
But it's a team, right? Like he falls off, you help him out back and forth. Like,
and at the same time, it's like you have this baby, dog.
It's our baby.
Yeah, exactly. You're kind of like trying to share it, and you're kind of selective of who you go about sharing it with. Yep. So for a complete stranger, really, to be as supportive and be like, come to you like, yo, I want to do this shit. You know what I mean? Not just because of like some money shit, but to see because he has the same mentality as you.
Yeah, basically the same story as how we started.
Pretty much, bro. Pretty much. You know what I mean? It's like the ones that you don't even fucking think about. You're like, damn, I have homies that I fucking been talking to about
somebody
this
who you know has the same vision and same hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro. My bad, but I think it's just the destiny, like the timing of it, bro. In my head is like, what's the odds of it happening at that exact time? Like right before the door was about to open, I was like, I'm about to go all in. He knew nothing of it. Like he just knew
like I wasn't a barber. I didn't know what a clipper side was. I didn't know what a half guard was or a magic clip.
What made you like go up to him and like want to talk business, bro? Like what kind of went off in your head that, yo, I gotta talk to Jake about this shit?
Yeah, just based off our conversation. So like my pops, he has his own business. He has a tire shop. Okay, and like, I've been grinding with him since I was like 8 years old. Like I was putting air, taking tires off, talking to people. I was like, hey, like being fluent in English, being fluent in Spanish, you know, making people feel a certain type of way.
Right.
So based off of based on our conversations, we were like, you know, like I don't know what it was. I just know, and we would even dap into the idea of like maybe even starting a shoe store before, like I said, before it was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And he had that idea. He's like, you know, and the barber supply, you know, he already had kind of like the intro to it. He already had the logo. He already had a little bit of, you know, started up the Instagram. And I've always seen myself as like I could learn, you know, something that, you know, I could learn on my own, like teach me and put me out there, like, you know, like, and it didn't take too long. It was a matter of like a couple weeks. He's like, you know, I would even write it down on a list, like, okay, what is a magic clip? Okay, this is what it is. What type of machine is that? Like, what's a trimmer? What's a clipper? You know, I had to like learn that from school. Yeah, but I learned it very quick, and you know, like.
And then sometimes, like, as an entrepreneur, I mean, did you feel like as a barber you were an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I do, and I think it taught me a lot of things.
So, like, when he came up to you, did you know you needed a partner?
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't.
It just was
you
like,
was kind of thinking you was gonna go solo on this shit.
I was like about to go solo. I thought I could do it on my own, this and that.
And that's what that happens, honestly, because you don't trust nobody. You're like, I got this whole fucking plan. Nobody really knows my vision. But I mean, if somebody's a grinder and ready to jump on the ship, it's like, shit, let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
It's we see it as like a little rocket. You know what I'm saying? We've been fueling for a while, and we're ready to fucking take off. You know what I'm saying?
How long you been in the game? So you guys together?
This is we're going on year 3.
Year three, yeah.
Year 3.
So me and Vic have been doing like 6 months, but like we see the vision. It's like sometimes we're like, you know what I mean? Like in the beginning, like what are we doing? I'm not really sure, but it's like we're locked in.
So trials and tribulations.
We're totally locked in. Whatever it takes, man. We just want to make this shit fucking happen for sure. And the views are fucking getting crazy now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but for at first, like I'm not gonna lie. At the very beginning, you know, we'll do a few shows and shit, and it was exciting. Like it was like a form of therapy for me. Like I come in every week, and a lot of it was like, you know, speaking on our past experiences, and you know what I mean, getting some of that resentment out that we felt in the industry and what we, you know, how we came up and shit. And now that
kind of reflection too of where we've
reflection
been.
And like kind of like it kind of made me see, like going back to see the episode, I would view it and then kind of be like, damn, like, you know, I got a lot of resentment in me. I got a lot of, you know, a lot of people shading me and shit. And I didn't want to just keep giving that perspective of me. So there came to a point where I was like, all right, that's done. You know what I mean? Now
that's done. That chapter's done.
That chapter's done. Now we can, you know, continue to build it and pick each other up and shit. You know what I mean? And that's what we do. Me and Chef, dog. Like we've come into disagreements, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's another question that I want to ask is like, I'm sure you guys being in business, you guys have had disagreements and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
How do you guys confront them and then move past those disagreements, dog?
So it's pretty funny because me and him are very different. Like as far as like personalities, lifestyle, we're very, very different. But we both have similar. We have the common goals and common vision. You know what I'm saying? They're aligned one another. And I mean, we always said it from the jump. Like we're always gonna keep it real with each other. You know what I'm saying? No matter how grimy it gets or how hard it is to have that conversation, we're just gonna put everything on the table.
Yeah, that's what it takes. For sure. You gotta keep it real for sure.
And so there's been times, bro. Like we'll sit there and it'll be like, hey, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to clean this up. And he's like, but I think this. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I think we both approach it with an open mind. And then one thing we like to do is, hey, put your ego down. Let's put our egos away and let's look what's best for the business.
Right.
Like trying to find a compromise. You know?
Yeah. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. We disagree sometimes and sometimes emotions get a little high.
Yeah.
But towards the end, we kind of come back down and say, all right, dog, like, you got it out. I got it out. All right, now let's find a solution.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we're human, bro. We got to get our emotions out. We're with each other a lot of the times. When you're with someone a lot, you're gonna clash heads. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like a lot of times, like it's like about the first step, like having that, how to start that conversation. Because you're walking into an uncomfortable conversation. You know, like you know, bro, like things have been, you know, but finding that moment, you know, like I think that's the hard part. But since we're always together, you know, like and we don't let it bleed in too much too, like we
outside lives.
We
you know what needs to get done, like
100%.
And you being passionate is good because that shows you guys are passionate about the business and shit. You know what I mean? It's not like you guys are just like, oh, it's my way or whatever, even though if it's like a wrong decision or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's all towards the same goal, towards the same vision.
It's always the best move for the business. Like that's how you had it like right on the money. It's our baby. It's our baby,
sure,
bro,
exactly,
and we treat it like that. You know what I'm saying?
It is, bro, because you got an LLC?
Yeah,
that motherfucker has a social security, dog.
Exactly.
That's your baby, dog. It's a living
baby,
life
bro.
force, bro. And you gotta take care of that motherfucker, bro. You gotta make sure it eats good. It's taken care of. It's healthy and shit like that. You gotta think of it like a son, bro. You know what I mean?
100%. Hell yeah.
That's what's up, man. Hell yeah.
If you don't mind me asking you guys a question.
What's up?
So when you guys were starting off with your businesses, because both of you guys are obviously entrepreneurs as well.
Yeah.
What mentality did you have to tap into to even start it? Because I always say, like, I think the hardest part is starting, because it's always a what if, but what if this, what if that. So what mentality did you have to tap in to be like, you know what, forget that, forget the what ifs, I'm just gonna take that first step forward and I'm gonna roll with it? What's that mentality like?
It's
everyone's different, but I want to know your guys'.
well, we talk about unrelenting, like that. I guess for me it was more like, I just need a shot. Like, no one's given me an opportunity to do this, so I'm gonna do it for myself. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna cook. And there's no stopping me, really. I just saw nothing stopping me. You know what I'm saying? There's no barrier. If you said yes, come to my house. That was it. That's the only barrier I had. So I just waited for that one ticket for somebody to let me in. And like, I just knew, like, okay, those one pictures, I'm gonna bring a bottle of that Rick Ross champagne, right? Take a picture, right? Right. I just saw the vision. Like, it just, like, we talk about this a lot. It's like a future self. You have the vision of your future self. And I just saw the dinner going great, the pictures going great, the picture of me or my client with the bottle of, rosé. And, I just kind of slept on it, and I don't know, man. It's just like belief that, the next one will come. And then people started ringing.
That self-belief.
People started ringing.
100%.
And then somebody's like, I'm like, where did you find me? Oh, that picture from David's party. Like, I was like, what is that? And I called him and asked him, what the fuck was that? How did you get that in your house? So it's just a belief, I guess. I don't know. Just a complete belief, dude.
I think for me, bro, it's like, it stems from, because I'm in recovery, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't drink, I don't do drugs and shit like that.
Congratulations, bro.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I smoke, you know what I mean? But to me, that's like whatever. I've always had people tell me like, bro, you got so much fucking potential, dog. You're out here fucking up. What are you doing? You're too big in the game to be like this, dog. And I'd be like, whatever, dog. While I was in my shit, whatever, you know what I mean? And when I started to gain clarity, you know what I mean? When I started becoming sober and, taking it serious, and now I have this clarity, dog. Now I have this, now I can see the potential. You know what I mean? And what keeps me going when I first started the business, to me, I've always been a businessman, you know what I mean? But once I got my location, that's when it was like, okay, this shit's for real. When I got the location, I didn't have a lot of backing, dog. I didn't have a team of barbers like, yo, we ready to go. I had the people say, but at the same time, I wasn't really know. The only person that was my wife and my family or whatever. But you know what I mean? I can't really ask too much of them because they got their shit going on or whatever. So it was pretty much up to me. Just knowing the fact that everything I do from that point of gaining clarity is up to me. And there's nobody else involved, bro. So if there's nobody else involved, like, this shit should be easy to me. I should be able to make this shit happen because I have the potential, and I've had the potential. I've had wasted time that I wasted, you know what I mean? And it was just now putting it into action. Once I put it into action, dog, it was just like, boom, 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 blessings, blessings, blessings. There's been times and months where I tell Chef all the time where it's like, bro, I would go home and pay rent, pay all my bills, go home and tell my girl, like, we could survive another month. Like, I'm good. Nothing's in the account, but all my bills are paid. To me, that's success, dog, because at the same time, like, I could have won
your steps that you made toward your goal. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're still in line. They're not what I want, but it's what I needed at the time.
Yeah, you didn't take no easy route. I
didn't take the easy route, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean? And to me, that's the mentality I had, is just straight up belief in my own self, dog. Like, I can't even explain that shit.
I got a question for all y'all. It's for you too, King. So 2 words that describe you right now as an entrepreneur. 2 words.
I'm going to let my boys go first.
I'm going to go
2 words.
Resilient and ambitious.
I like that.
I'll go those 2.
I'll say confident and self-sufficient.
Self-sufficient. That's good, dude. That's good, man. You always been that way?
I've always been that way.
That's what's
Always,
up. That's
for
what's
sure.
up.
And I think to me, bro, is relentless
I like that.
and, you know, hungry.
Mm.
Because like no matter how much I get out, no matter how much business comes in, like I take every day like I'm broke, bro.
Like it's the beginning. You
like
treat
it's the
every day
beginning.
like it's the beginning.
What I like to do, I even wake up in the morning and I'll transfer whatever I have in my Cash App, I'll put it into the savings. So I start the day off with zero money, dog. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
Square
I'm
one.
broke.
Hell yeah.
And by the time I leave, I'm like, oh shit, okay, I got this much, transfer that over, start all over again tomorrow. So just grind and hustle, relentless hustle, bro. You know what I mean?
So you mentioned, Vic, like that for a long time you were alone. But that comes with the territory, like you win and it's like I did that, you know, that like that's me, you know. But also when you take an L, it's like,
That's
dang, bro,
me
like,
too.
that's me too. Like that's, you know, like how do you like kind of like did it fuel you? Like did you do things like with a chip on your shoulder? Like was like,
you know what, dog? I'm gonna be completely honest. Like the times where I would feel like I took an L would be those times where I would be like late on rent, or when I would hire somebody and it didn't work out. Those are L's to me. But at the same time, the only ones that I can really take upon myself is, yeah, you know what I mean, the money situation. But like people coming into my place of business and then, you know, disrespecting it and disrespecting me, I can't really have a fault in that. Maybe the only fault that I can take is like I should have looked deeper into that person to see if he really was the right person to be in it, or if I was just trying to fill the chair. Yeah. And a lot of the times it was that I was just trying to fill the chair because I was like, fuck, I need help.
Yeah.
Like
No, it's
I need
understandable.
help. You know what I mean?
And
I would take it personally, dog. And I've talked about it on other podcasts. You know what I mean? And I still take it as an L because at the end of the day, like I shouldn't have let that person in to my fucking home where I let him disrespect it.
But then at the same time though, like how are you gonna know to not let that type of people in if you haven't? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I was gonna
So
say
it's
you
not
gotta
s-
trust. You just
bro.
gotta as an entrepreneur. Like we had this conversation because I had an apprentice for like 5 months and then I had to let him go. And then I just like was like, I'll just be by myself. You know, I could do it. I've always done it by myself. You know, that's the whole MO. But it's like, you know, as entrepreneurs, you know, that's part of it. You gotta hire people. You gotta put, you know, you gotta be a leader.
Yep.
And so you just gotta trust people, man. You just gotta put it
100%.
out there again.
It's like I said it before. You make your first 10,000 by yourself. You make your first 100,000 with a plan, and then you make your first million with a team.
There you go.
And the plan, and you all three combined.
It's all in one.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm at that stage where right now I got my team. I got one more person that I need to put in there. And the next thing is a plan. But like Chef said, you know, I did have to take those L's to see, all right, like this is definitely not what I want in the shop. You know what I mean? Or this is who I want in the shop. And
But I just feel like it comes with the territory too, bro. Like if you dare to be great, you're not gonna get it on the first shot every time.
yeah, exactly.
But that's okay. You know what I'm saying? You can't be afraid to fail at the same time. And I'm starting to learn that real good because
you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, bro. You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
bro.
And it's tough because like you say, this is our baby. It's like if you're seeing your child walk for the first time and he boom falls and busts his ass.
Yeah.
You're quick to be like, oh shit.
you gotta let them get up.
And you got to let him get up by itself. You know what I mean?
100%.
And bro, like, what are some of, I mean, because it's just you two. You know what I mean? So you guys haven't had that experience of hiring somebody. Have you guys thought about it now with like, you know, the new stuff that's coming up and shit like that?
Yeah, most definitely. And that's what we're talking to Paul. We're talking when we go out of town, we ask other businesses, entrepreneurs. And I want to say the most common answer is build a great team. And that's what we're starting to really understand is we need to surround ourselves with people who are willing to learn, you know what I'm saying? Who are open-minded, who are
Like
Humble.
ambitious,
Humble.
like
Yeah.
exactly. So that's something we're kind of like putting a plan together. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying?
And I guess like something that we've been getting from a lot of stuff is like from like entrepreneurs out of town. We've talked to like big branded markets, and they want to provide value for the individual as well. Like not just us benefiting, but also like providing value.
100%.
So if someone does come in onto our ship, and you know, if for whatever reason they decide to leave, I want them to leave better than when they came. You know,
Right.
like you know, maybe they start their own business one day. Maybe they
Because that to me, that's the goal, dog. You know what I mean? That's why I tell the barbers that come in here, I don't want you motherfuckers here forever.
I want you to be better than me when you leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I would
sure.
wish that, you know what I mean, you set off and start your own shit. And if it's with me, fuck yeah, cool. But if it's not, at least I know, like, yo, that fool fucking was here. He learned some shit from me, from being here, that now he's doing his own thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. And then, like, that's the thing too, is we want to get employees. At the same time, we're building ourselves still. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as a leader, you need to lead by example. So we're still kind of getting the little details down. But once the store is fully running, that's something that we're going to look into. And like he said, we really want to provide value to whoever works for us. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be too much as an employee, but more like a family. Partner. Yeah, like you guys are a part of this whole journey. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a journey, but at the end of the day, I want to be able to provide value. I want to be able for them to show up to work and like, yo, let's go. You know what I'm saying? What's in it for today? You know what I'm saying?
Excited about that
excited.
Shit. Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that we really talk about a lot, and we want to.
I think to me that's hard, bro. That's hard, even till now, because like I have a good group of people. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, shout out the squad.
Yeah,
dude.
shout out Drip Squad.
They've been
Like,
reposting a lot, dude.
I love these motherfuckers, man. But it's still kind of like it's like they still can't reach the level that I'm kind of like.
The expectation.
You know what I mean? There's still little stuff lacking, and it's still new. Still like 4 or 5 months that, you know, we've all been together clicking or whatever. And I'm hoping like little by little it rubs off more and more and more and more. You know what I mean? And I kind of sometimes talk to them about what I want to do and what I got planned. And they're kind of like open-eyed, like wide-eyed, and like they don't see it. But I'm kind of like, yo, you gotta see it if we're gonna continue to do this shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know that, yeah, and that's the thing that like that's the squad. But like as far as like if I ever hired somebody that was gonna be like a chef, it's gotta be somebody like the way you guys are, like vision, like Viper vision. You know, because you guys know what you want and like you're ready to hustle and stuff like that. Because sometimes you just hire people and like they're just like, yeah, I just want to work. Like I have 25 hours available. Like. It's like, damn, yo, like, need a
bare minimum and shit.
It's you bare want someone minimum, who's all in.
All in, you know, I'll work 40 plus, you know, if you need help with the dishes or, you know, let me know, like, you know, and stuff like that. It's like, all right, I won't necessarily, like, use them in that way, but I see their vision, like, okay, they're ready to hustle. Okay, so when I need, hey, you know what, I need you for 8 hours, but I could use it for 10 if you can hustle. Yeah, all right, bet. Like, that's the type of person that I want, you know what I mean? So it's different, you know what I mean? So I'm willing to wait, personally. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm willing. You're a fucking badass for cultivating.
In my instance, dog, it's a little harder for me to wait because I got, like, you know what I mean? Inflation. Like, this shit's just, it's not stopping, bro. You know what I mean? But people are talking about, it's going to go back. No. This is the new standard. Get comfortable with it. Get used to it.
Yeah.
Because
stay ahead of it.
Yeah, if you're always like, it's gonna go back, it's not. It's not gonna go back to normal. This is normal now. You know what I mean? Get used to it.
You gotta hope for the best and expect for the worst.
Why? What was normal? Like people were flooded with appointments all the time.
Well, not just that, but like, you know what I mean, rent and shit like that, and like, you know, financials is like, to me, I need a team now to continue Drip Studio. You know what I mean? I'm signing up my new lease for the next 3-4 years. Yeah, and you know. We talked about it before, rent's going up, bro. It's not the same, and it's going up pretty damn good, pretty penny. You know what I mean? I can't lie. Yeah. Where I was just like, oh shit. I even, you know, I went to go pay my rent. Sat down with my property manager, and no, not to talk shit about her or whatever, but I was like, what am I looking at for the next? And she was just like, boom, this is what it is.
No negotiating, none of that.
And I was like, oh, well, what if I do this? This is what it is. And it's like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? That's what it's gotta be, and that's what it's gonna be, bro. And a part of me was like, oh shit, like, what am I gonna do? But as soon as I walked out, I was like, it's gotta happen. I don't have no other choice.
And how do you guys apply that skill? Like, it sounds like from what Vic is saying is like being able to adapt, you know, like to your surroundings. Like, everything's changing and you don't have, how do you guys handle that? Like being able to adapt?
I think you just like, so what's the goal, right? Like, what's the goal, right? I want to succeed. So it's like reverse engineering. So like, how do I fucking do it? You know what I mean? Like, how do I see myself succeeding? Like, what did I do to get there? And like the whole steps in between, you know what I mean? And you just got to figure them out. I know for one, like when you're stuck and you're just like, I'm lost, like I don't know what to do. You just hustle, you just grind, and you know, get on the phone and call. And you know, if you're on the phone trying to muster up business, at least you're doing something, right?
Yeah.
If you're on
Still
social
counts
media,
as work.
if you're on social media, DM people, hey, you know, if you're interested, blah, 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 you know, you're actually going toward the goal still, you know, making those steps. So I think it's always going to happen. As entrepreneurs, you're always going to hit bumps in the road. There's always going to be, you know, somebody's going to quit, something's going to happen. So you just got to stay ahead of the inflation, the curve, everything, you know what I mean? Like, power goes out, you know what I mean? Like this fool talked about. Were you the one who talked about when the power went out? You kept fucking cutting and shit like that.
Not at this spot. Nah.
But I just remember hearing that story. Or maybe it was G the barber, I think, or something. I don't know. Man. Yeah. But I mean, you just gotta be ready for everything. You know what I mean? Like just resilient as fuck. You know what I mean? And just keep going, dude. Keep fucking going. That's my thing. Like stay positive, stay motivated, keep going. And sometimes I wake up, I can't do all three of those fucking things. And lately it's been like that, dude. So you just gotta. But and then I get calls. The thing is, like, meditation helps because you keep your mind manifesting right to the goal, to the future self. And then like when I was in the rut and I was really like, I don't care, like my bank account's good, like I'll see my boy tomorrow, like I'm good, no responsibilities, I'm just gonna chill. Boom, I get the phone call, like big money. And what am I gonna do if I can say no? You know what I'm saying? Like
jump on that real
exactly, quick. Dude. Like you just snap the fuck out of it, and you're just like, yeah, boom. This is what's going on. This is how I can do it. Yeah, of course. Let me call you back. I'll get you numbers, and then you're like back. All of a sudden, you're just back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like things are just, you know what I mean, happen that way. But you got to keep an active mind. I say always, my thing is meditation. My boy Vic King has a good routine working out and keeps my mind active and you know fresh. But whatever it is, man. Whatever
to me,
it is,
bro, it's like. With that, you know, how do you keep going and how do you adjust is I had to learn to keep my emotions out of shit. You know what I mean? As a man, I feel like you just got to be in complete control of your fucking emotions, dog, because emotion will make you act erratic.
That's a hard one. That's
You
a
know
hard
what I
one.
mean?
that's a really hard one, yeah, for sure.
And then there's this other, you know, it sounds corny or whatever, but, you know, I'm a big Bruce Lee fan.
Right.
And he said you got to be like water, dog.
Uh-oh.
You know, because you put water in a cup, it becomes a cup. You put water in a pot, it becomes a pot.
Yeah.
Be fluid like water.
Hell yeah.
And that's what I try to be, dog. I try not to go into any situation.
I know, right? Supposed to drop in bars, dude.
It's a little freestyle on the pod.
Dude.
You know?
Man, where'd you write that down? Let me see. Where'd you write that down?
That shit's off the dome.
that dome, dude.
Off the dome,
But
baby.
that's real talk, though. That's
No,
real
it
talk.
is, bro.
That's
Because
real talk.
since he said that shit, I'm just like, yo, that's true, man. Like, just be adaptable. You got to be also like, préstate, güey. You know what I mean? You know, they say that a lot of people say, no te prestas, güey.
Yeah, like,
You got to be able to fit in. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's uncomfortable. Like you say, you got to be, I'm sure there's some barbershops where you go in and it's kind of a different vibe and you got to be.
You got to improvise.
Yeah.
You got to go with the flow. You got to read the room. It's like on the spot. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And
You're performing.
And
you walk in the door and
it's
you're
a
like.
skill, though. I think it's a skill that
It
you
is.
could develop. It's not, because I was talking about it with you earlier, Clay, and it was like, do some people just got it? Or is it anyone can do it? And in my head, I think everyone can do it, bro. I don't think no one's special or like.
What do you think about that, Clay? I see.
I
you
think
kinda-
okay, if you from your point of view, my point of view is that you just got it right, and that's just the way I think, because like I see it and then I just kind of feel it. But you're talking about in a different point of view to where like you can say it's maturity, because like homie is talking. I think the squad is basically around 20, 25. It would be the average age, right? And I give them the benefit of the doubt. Like in your 20s, like live it up, bro. Like I can't preach to you. Like I can't change your point of view. You know what I mean? Like 30s, like if you have a glimmer of hope, like if you're just partying but you want to get out of that life, like I'll help you, but I'm not gonna like pull you out. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
Yeah, it's just one of those things like that. I don't know. What do you?
To me, it's just knowing where you want to go, dog, and you get that little glimpse of you know the person that's not quite, because I mean everybody starts off like, yeah, bro, I see it.
Yeah.
That's the easy part. That's the easy part.
Me telling you like my dream, you're gonna be like,
damn,
whoa,
bro,
shit.
The dream's free.
The dream
It's
is
the
free.
hustle
The
that's
hustle
sold
sold separately, but not everybody's willing to put in and get it dirty with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everybody's willing to get their hands dirty with you, dog. Some
Yeah.
people might be like, well, I'm just gonna give you this effort,
Uh-huh.
and that's what you get out of it.
Yeah.
You get that amount of effort that you put in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
yeah.
I wanted to say, like, what separates you guys from, you know what I mean? Because we got some copycats out there, dog. You know, we talked about this shit
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
shop,
yeah.
bro. We got some copycats out there trying to bite the style, trying to bite the flavor. What separates you guys from the people that are trying to do the same shit y'all doing? What separates you, bro?
I think it's the relationships, brother. I think it's that
Absolutely.
we really push our relationships with the people that we go talk to, the barbershops. It's much more than just sales. You know what I'm saying? So you can't copy that. You can't copy who we are. You can't copy our energy we put out. You can't copy the things we remember. Hey, how was your trip, bro? I remember you went out last week. Or, you know what I'm saying? Hey, how's your dog doing? You told me it was sick. It's the little details that I think
Customer
provide.
service, for
Yeah,
sure.
customer
Yeah.
service.
Or
bro.
even if they don't even buy anything, you know, you made them feel a certain type of way. Like, oh, bro, I like those new kicks. How do they know how do you know they're new? You know, like, you know, bro, I like the fit today. You put it together. You know, I got you next time.
Gassing them up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and be like,
you know what?
no
I
worries.
definitely appreciate that about these guys, bro, because, you know, not to shit on the other company, they have come into Drip Studio or whatever, and the first thing he says is they walk in, they're like, what y'all need? You good? You good? These guys will walk up to you, be like, hey, dog, how you doing, bro? How's your week, bro? How you been? Blah, blah, blah. Kick it, you know, talk shit for a little bit. And then, hey, do you need anything, by the way, dog? That's the difference that separates you guys, I think. You know what I mean? And just how you explained it.
For sure.
And I definitely appreciate that because the other company come in, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. But y'all come in, and even if I didn't want anything, just because of that little, you know, the way you made me feel, shit, like, what you got right here, bro? I'll take a little clip, I'll take a little
100%,
spray.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
One of
just
my
because of
clients-
that.
Sorry about that. One of my clients, he's like a mentor, and he told me something that stuck to me, and it was, people sell to people. So you can't forget, like, sometimes we're very robotic with it. Oh, we have our routine. Oh, this is our sales pitch. Boom, boom, boom. But it's like, dog, we're people. They're people.
Yeah.
So before it's even a sale, it's like human interaction, bro.
Right.
How
Yeah.
you been, bro? First of all, like, what's up with you, bro? How you been? Long time no see.
Yeah,
dog.
it's even like the small things,
It's a
like
little
dapping somebody up,
details,
shaking
yeah,
their hand, you know,
exactly.
like.
If you don't sell, bro, I'm not gonna give you. If you don't buy nothing, I'm not gonna look at you. I'm like, hey, bro, you have a great day, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back next week. If you need something next week, I'm here for your service.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the big things, bro. Is
And people see that shit, dog. You know what I mean? Because if you was left like sour after not making a sale, I'd be like, this fool was really tripping because we didn't buy shit.
it's like I ain't buy
Now
shit
the next time
week
I'm
too.
definitely not gonna buy something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what's up, bro.
It's not taking things personal too, bro. We understand. Like I was telling Clay the other too. It's not who does it first, bro. It's who does it best. So I mean, even though we could say there's just people out here biting styles and all that, and you know what I'm saying is cool. Because at the same time, like, what I'm personally scared of is complacency. You know, we're scared of that. If we ever feel staggered, we'll have a meeting. Hey, bro, let's go talk, because I feel like we need to make a next move.
We gotta spice it up. We need to jump. We need to feel that adrenaline once again. You
Yeah.
know?
So competitors, to me, I mean, yeah, we could, and
Does that
sometimes
kind of light the fire under you a little bit?
it does, bro, because we're natural competitors. Before we even business, we were out there in the courts like, what's up, fool? You can't guard me. Yeah, I'm sure. What's up? You still can't guard me.
Breaking ankles and
Yeah,
shit.
bro.
All
So,
right.
I mean, the competitive stays within us. So, I always tell them it's a blessing in disguise. Because if we were just the only ones, dog, who knows? Maybe we wouldn't have that fire in us.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not like,
And then you get complacent.
yeah, it's like, maybe they're working right now. Hell no. No one's going to outwork me.
It kind of keeps us on our toes
Yeah,
too. Like,
bro,
you know,
stays
like
on our toes.
we try to we branch out so much that we're like, what's next? And try
Same.
to-
Nice.
Same. Because I felt, I mean, we talked about that too, you know what I mean? Where I'm like, we have that little, you know, trying to hop in your lane and shit like that or whatever. And you said it best the last time when you were like, you know, you created this lane, dog. What did you expect? People are going to jump on.
Yeah, bro.
People are going to jump on and try to do the same shit. But now, because they saw the blueprint, now they can do it better than you.
Yeah,
You got to
for
stay
sure.
ahead
And
of
that
them, bro.
right there to me is like, I bet. But are they gonna outwork me? Are
Yeah.
they gonna out hustle me? Nah, because I walk out of the parking lot, dog, 8 p.m. We still pumping. We the only shop there still open, dog. And I look across the street, and I'm like, nah, we good, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's what's kind of like, all right, right now we still.
No, it's
still on
good,
the
bro.
way up.
Even all the greats, Kobe, Jordan, Brady, Tiger Woods, all these dudes have that. If it was, they were delusional in a sense too.
There you go.
You know, maybe these guys don't even care about us. But in my head, I'm like, okay, you think you could do it better than me? Okay, cool. That's cool.
Like Jordan says, I took that very personally.
I take it personally. and it's weird, bro, because like you can't take it personally, but then you need to take a little bit of it and just use that shit as
And
No,
I-
yeah.
To me, it's like you
Don't cry about
take
it.
it
Yeah.
personally.
Exactly. Like
Take it personally, but leave your emotion out of it.
stay out.
Right.
Exactly. Don't get too tied around.
And that's
it.
what I tell him. I'm like, it doesn't get any more personal than this. It's our baby. It's our business. Like, what do you mean it's not personal.
It is personal.
What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
Exactly.
We gotta show him. What are we gonna do?
We're gonna have to go to the kickboxing after this.
Yeah, take it out.
Yeah.
I ain't got a chance. I'm putting a hole in that bag.
Yo, dog, I wanted to really get because we never got to talk about it, man. How'd y'all get, Peso Pluma to rock your gear on stage when you came to El Paso? How did that shit happen, bro? Shout out Peso.
Shout out.
Shout out the homie Eric, one of the managers, good friend. Shout out the homie Joe.
So Eric is Peso's
Manager.
He's
Stage
one of
manager.
the stage managers.
He holds the mic. You got your headset. Everything's ready. Your
sound
drip.
check and all that shit.
But I mean, a lot of the props goes to the homie Joe.
Joe Alvarez, bro.
Joe Alvarez, salute my brother.
Joe Alvarez.
And that goes back to the relationships, man. Like when you have strong relationships.
So did that opportunity present itself to y'all?
It presented itself, and it was something that we were working on for months, trying to
Manifest
even get in contact with it. And it was a long shot, bro. We told some of our close people, and
everyone gave us that funny face.
But
Like,
it's
really?
crazy, bro, because I feel like sometimes we are
alright.
delusional. Maybe we are delusional, but we just believe in ourselves to do the craziest shit. And maybe sometimes we don't hit, bro. But look at that one time, and it did hit.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was cool, bro. It was super cool. He invited us over. They were all the band members and stuff. We're just kicking it, shooting pool, drinking a little bit, and we just ended up kicking it there, bro. We didn't get off there. And, you know what I'm saying? I told him, hey, they're people too. Like, let's just be ourselves. And we kicked it with them, bro. At the end, we hooked them up with some merch. Next thing you know, the next day, the manager sent us a text. Hey, there's more band guys. You guys want to pull up? So we pulled up to their hotel, just kicking it, talking, and he ended up giving us backstage passes. So we ended up going, and
it's crazy because it's like you mentioned, Vic, like being fluid. Like nothing was guaranteed. Like our boy Joe, he was like, "I'm trying to open the door, crack the door, and you guys do
what you can with it.
Do what you can with it. You know,
that's
like
the lob right there. That's the alley-oop.
He's like, if you slam it, that's on you. You know, if you flop the dunk, you know, that's not on me. You know.
Yeah.
So we're like, trying to also stay composed, not be starstruck and everything.
Are you guys fans?
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro.
Sure, cool.
But at the same time, still deliver that value. We wanted to bring value, other than just bringing merch. Create a relationship. Still, the principles of our business.
Treat them like every other client.
Yeah, bro.
And it showed. It went a long way. Even after they left El Paso, they were still repping Timeless. They were still rocking. They were in Mexico, different parts of U.S.
They needed barber supplies or what?
No, they just
so we branched out in merchandise
and
as well.
then apparel. So
nice.
They were rocking their hats. And it was a cool moment. That it's possible.
Oh hell yeah, that's what's up, dude. Definitely, that's what's up.
That kind of put
I like that. I like that a lot.
It separated the barber supply from the apparel.
Exactly.
Because now it's two different things now.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because you could wear this shit and not be a barber. Right? You can wear Timeless gear. It doesn't say Timeless Barber Supply.
So Timeless is the brand.
Timeless is just the apparel brand.
That's what we started as a barber supply. And don't get me wrong, the main thing's still the main thing. Don't think we're not giving less effort to the barber supply.
That's the bread and butter.
We still hammer that down, but we understand that branding nowadays it's not a luxury. It's a necessity. You need to brand. You know what I'm saying? So if we could get outside not only the barber community but everyone in general and push Timeless, which represents being yourself, daring to be great. And so if we could push that outside of the community and brand it to where not only everyone could know it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we kind of took that approach where we'll take out the barber supply and leave Timeless.
And on the apparel, we make it a point where it's it doesn't say barber. It doesn't have the little nothing to do with barbers.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a conversation that we had way back. We would be well, why would we do fashion? Why would we do shirts, apparel? That's not who we are. And I'm why not? Who's there to tell us no? The only person to tell us no is each other.
Right.
And if it makes sense, if it makes sense, then why not? And then let the pieces kind of come together. So that moment, I actually had two. I think they came. Peso Pluma came Thursday and Friday. So I was there both days, and it was a moment seeing the guys with the hat on stage and it was
that's my shit right there.
I was damn, bro. And I was it was a moment.
And you might have been walking around backstage, and they're looking at Peso Pluma wear your hat, and then they look at you wear the hat, and they're like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? Who is this guy,
We actually had a really cool moment. We were there, and we're backstage and kind of look at each other when the song's playing and we're like, yo, like, we were so like in it, like, boom. We weren't even trying to like, yo, imagine. We were just like, yo, let's stay on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the vibes there. Let's do what we got to do. So when we got there, bro, we were there. He was playing a song and we're like, oh shit, bro. We actually, you know what I'm saying?
We pulled this
shit off, bro. And it's like no one, if we would have told someone to jump, it's like, yeah, right, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, but like even that shows us that like if you really put your mind to it, and you really believe in it, like you really have to believe in it.
To your core.
I had 0 tickets. And I told my boy, we're going to get in there. I don't know how, dog, but we're going to get in there. And sure enough, you know, before the second day, the homie was like, you know, I got y'all with some backstage tickets. And we're like, damn. So the fact that like we did like manifest it in a sense.
Oh, yeah.
We really did, but it doesn't work if you don't believe in it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even the outside noise coming in.
But you laid the tracks unknowingly from the way past, like you said, building those relationships. Dog.
Yeah,
you laid the
sure.
tracks, not knowing this opportunity was going to present itself, and then it did. And you know, you being who you guys are, kind of fucking set the foundation for that shit. Because if you guys were, you know what I mean, complete assholes or didn't handle business accordingly, then that opportunity would have never brought it.
Yeah,
You know,
and
it
goes back to what we were talking about, Gary Vee.
Yeah.
Gary Vee is a big advocate on that. And,
Yeah.
and
Humility, gratitude.
And exactly, relationships over
Networking.
sales, networking, and he's really big on that. And I thank social media for that. You know, everyone frowns upon it and stuff like that. It's a two-way sword, man. Yeah, it couldn't affect you negatively.
Yeah, if you.
But at the same time, bro, if your feed's full of positivity, full of motivation, entrepreneurs, like you're gonna learn too. You know what I'm saying? And even podcasts like this, man. Podcasts are the new books.
Yeah.
It's a new books.
Absolutely.
You could actually learn so much. I love podcasts.
Yeah.
When you asked me, bro, I was like, let's go, baby. I've been preparing my whole life for this shit.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. I appreciate that, dog.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like I said, I've been wanting to get you guys on for a minute. It's just, you know what I mean? Having guests and you know, doing what we had to do. And sometimes even forgetting, like, fuck. There'd be times where like, yo, you got a guest. I'm like, fuck, who do I bring? But I'm glad you guys fucking, you know, made it, dog. It's
Finally got a calendar and shit.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to ask you guys something. Like, all of us sitting down, we're all here as entrepreneurs and like good acquaintances. How do you guys balance like? You all mentioned like congratulations, you're having a baby.
Congrats,
like,
brother.
Appreciate you.
How do you balance and play different roles and wear different hats? Like this time is for my girl, this time's for my family, this time's for my business. Like all this is all going on at the same time. Like how do you balance that? Like without neglecting one or the other?
It's not easy either.
To me, bro, like I think that I have to be a businessman at all times.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be a businessman 24 hours a day. And to answer that question is like your significant other kind of has to be on board with that shit. You know what I mean? My 100%. Girl at first, like when I first started cutting hair, she didn't get the late nights, dog. You know what I mean? Saturdays, she works school schedule, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. My busiest days is Friday, Saturday. So I'm already missing out that one day on the weekend. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's oh, Saturday, we can do this, we can do that. Yeah. You know, it took a while to kind of like train her to understand. But once they understand and once they lock in, then, you know, there's no holding you back really, bro. Because even I'm at home and it's not like I'm at home, I cut everything off. Now people still calling me like, yo, almighty, yo, dog, what, Jam, calling me, yo, what, I gotta answer the phone. Because if I don't, dog, they're gonna be like, the fuck, this is his business. He's not answering the phone for it just because he's at home. You know what I mean? So the balance lies for me is having that understanding with my family, like, yo, this is what I do full time. You have to understand that shit. Your balance on that has to be more than me. You know what I mean?
That's like some Kobe type deal.
Yeah.
I was watching a podcast with Kobe and he mentioned that like his relationships did suffer at the cost of being great. You know, on Shaq, the other hand, I saw Shaq and Shaq was like, nah, man, I was splitting it up. So, I mean, I think there's different ways of success. I think it's just one that fits you the most. And for you, it's like being on 24/7.
Yeah.
As far as you, are you on 24/7?
And that's the thing. He's like he said in the beginning though, like you have to to be a businessman, you have to be on 24/7, and that's the thing. Like I divorced 2020, and I'd say 20% it had to do with the business. I mean, it was a bad decision anyway. But the thing is like I never really found. I'm finding a balance now because at that point I just knew like I had messed up. My kids were like, "What'd you do to mama?" So like I didn't really see my kids, so I was like me solely by myself. So I just like, am I gonna sit here and fucking sulk and fucking be depressed, or am I gonna fucking grind? So I set up my days that I work 24 hours. I Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday. I'm working, dude. Yeah.
There is no balance.
There is no balance. You know what I'm saying? I'm just grinding, and it was like that 2020, 2021, 2022, and then I finally got the balls to leave my full-time job, right? So that gives me more time, and then now I have the income to actually like do bigger things, take my kids out. So, you know, I'm slowly getting the balance back. It's like I put in a lot of work for those 3 years, and now I'm kind of pulling back, you know. So my boy stays overnight at my house. My girls, we go to dinner more often, and you know, I don't know, like it's how do you find the balance is if you want to find the balance, you know what I mean? Like, because I could keep grinding and keep like just building and grinding and building, but I feel like, you know what I mean, it's not like time told me anything, but it's just like I felt like, you know, my kids are more important right now. Like I could make $1 million, but it's like
their priorities change.
Yeah, it's like this is what's more important. So I want to make more time. So then how do I do that? And so like, all right, this is my client that's locked in. This is my time. So, and then I relay that information to my ex, and that's, you just figure out what your priorities are. I think also at your juncture, where you're at.
For us, it's like, because we can make our own schedule, dog. Obviously, like I set my week accordingly to have that balance and give my family, you know, the time.
Right.
And, you know, when it's time to work, you know, she knows it's time to work. Yeah. You know what I mean? But so how do you guys go about it, dog? Because I know you have a girl, right? You have a fiance and shit, right?
Yeah.
You guys, you know, and what about you?
I have a girl.
You have a girl
yes,
too?
Sir, 8 years.
So how do you guys find that balance, dog? Because you cut hair and you fucking go out and sell, you know, it's barber supplies, and you got to go make shirts, bring them back, sell those, you know what I mean? So how do you guys find that balance too and shit? You got school, you got, you know, timeless.
Well, I mean, fortunately, my girl's been there since the jump. She's been there when I was in high school. I wasn't working. I was just cutting 5 haircuts a week. So she's been there to see me from like the very bottom. And she, even when the started, she'd help us out a lot too. She was our little graphic designer, and she would stay up late helping me when we made those custom guns. She was helping me with the guns. So I feel like she understands. She understands. She supports really well. She doesn't really question it. So I'm just really blessed to have someone in my corner who understands me and goes around me.
Let me ask you something a little deeper. During that time, though, was it rough?
As far as when starting
like the
off,
relationship, like you being like you know what I mean, like you're just barely starting off, trying to build this vision, build this career, figure out who you are and stuff like that. But she's still staying with you. You know what I mean? Because like,
it was tough, but my girl's a hustler, bro. I say it like every time. I even tell him she's a bigger hustler than me. Her motor is like boom, boom, boom. So sometimes I'll be like, all right, I'm good. Yo, don't you have to work on this, and two? I'm like, damn, like it's late already. She's like, yo, keep it going. So
that's what's up.
If anything, she was my inspiration. She was the one that was pushing me to go higher. You know, like even this morning, you know, she wakes up earlier before school, make breakfast for me. Long paragraph to both of us. Hey, killed it today. So I would say I'm fortunate and I'm blessed for her to understand it and to even push me even more. You know what I'm saying? And around my family too, bro. Like, we're very, very blessed to have people around us that support us and that encourage us. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So I mean, I wouldn't say it was as hard. I mean, obviously it was hard for us because, I mean, we're putting in all this work and we weren't seeing no results. So I mean, it was hard in that aspect, but I would say I was just blessed to have people around me that were just picking me up when I would go down.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Hell yeah.
And I think sometimes me and him talk about it. Like sometimes it sucks having to be the bad guy, the villain. Like, like the villain. Like, oh, you don't have time to hang out with me this Saturday. Like, what do you mean? Like, and not everyone understands. You know, me and my girl, it took us a while to kind of get to that point where it's like my family, like Sundays were like gospel. Like you had to be together, we're all hanging out. I'm like, well, I can't because, you know, I'm cooking up something in the back, you know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm out of town. And like, but at the end of the day, like, if you're up or you're down, everyone has an opinion. Everyone has their like, oh, I told you so, or I you know, like I knew you weren't gonna do it, you know. So it's like you gotta kind of put yourself in the driver's seat, like, and let everything kind of flow around you, you know.
Hell yeah.
Like I always tell Hyman, I guess the mindset behind it too is like, no one's gonna really believe until you already did it. You know what I'm saying? Like once it's done, everyone's like, yo, hell. But then when it was before, it was the doubts. But what if this? What if that? So I always tell them, bro, like 10 out of 10 times we're gonna bet on us, and if we fall, it's because of us. We go back to the drawing board,
double down.
But I'll never like, even though it's encouraging, even though it's sometimes negative, leave both of them out sometimes, the good and the bad. Because the good could get you a little high head, the negative could get you low, and in reality, you need to stay tunnel vision.
Yeah,
you need to get to that vision to where it's like no noise is affecting us, whether it's negative or positive, because they both could have an effect on you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good perspective, dog. I didn't even think about that shit too, bro. Because I kind of felt like that at when I locked everybody in. You know, I got the tattoo spot. You know, I got the dude selling vintage. I got 3 barbers now. And I kind of sat back and I'm like, all right, I'm going to chill this month and I'm just going to coast. And then, you know, my clients weren't really, because it was me. I wasn't promoting. I wasn't hitting them up. I started falling a little bit, you know, slow and shit. And I kind of felt like, all right, what did I do for this to have an effect? I fucking chilled too much. You know what I mean? I fucking took for granted now that I have these fools paying my rent or whatever. I felt like, okay, I can sit back and be complacent.
Right now.
But then I felt it in my own pocket where I was like, shit, now I can't stop.
Yeah.
You can't, dog. And I always tell everybody there, dog, I'm the hardest worker in this motherfucker. Like I'm waiting for y'all to catch up. And they're like, he's true. You know what I mean? The only motherfuckers that work, you know, close to as my level is maybe the tattoo guys. But even then, dog, like I feel like I'm the hardest worker in that motherfucker because I'm setting the example. Like, yo, Vic, he owns this shit. He don't really gotta be here. But he's still here. He gets out fucking late. He comes in early. Like he's still putting in the work. It's like, damn.
It speaks volumes, bro.
It does, bro.
It speaks volumes when you not only preach it, but you practice it.
I don't preach. I don't preach, bro. I just show up and do what I gotta do and fucking, you know, handle my business accordingly. And if they want to, they ask me like, how do you do it, bro? Like, then that's when I'm like, all right, dog, look, how late are you staying up? How early, you know what I mean? Like, kind of coach them and shit. Like, I want to be like you. Well, do it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Should strive to be better than me.
Strive to be better than me. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's 100%. Who I really want to work with is people that I want to not be better than them, but be better than me.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. You want to raise everyone's else.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. That's what's up.
So what kind of future endeavors you got going on, dog? Just talk to us a little bit about, you know, the spot that you guys are trying to lock in right now.
Fuck yeah.
Well, the spot, man, it's been something that we've been thinking about for a while, and it's gonna be a storefront. It is something that we want to like have a vibe to though too. I don't want people to walk in. It's like, you know, some barbershops, yo, welcome. I want that vibe too. I want people to walk in and be like, yo, this shit's nice, bro. So I mean, the store is something that we're really locking into. Hopefully,
it's gonna be a barbershop too.
No, at the moment it's a barber supply.
Okay.
The distributor part for sure. But just expanding, man, growing the website, trying to get that out soon. Events, we love going to events. We go to out of town barber expos. Yeah. That's when we network like crazy. So
I feel like that's y'all's bread and butter and shit.
I love it.
It is, and it's crazy because like when we go out of town, like we see all these, like this last one we went to Denver, Colorado, and it's funny. I took a picture of it and it has we forgot our sign because we were like so caught up. We were like at 10, 12.
Tell them about bro. We're about to leave, and when our rental car was, we couldn't rent it, so we're like, yo, we gotta leave today, dog. We gotta figure out something. We end up getting a truck, buy a tarp to put over, and we're like, let's roll, baby, just like that.
And it's crazy. And we got there, we get through the event. Yeah. It's just a little timeless, and it has a little number. This is your booth, bro. We forgot our sign, you know. And you had Illusion there. You had Tom 45. You know, all these big brands. Who else was there? Stylecraft. Stylecraft was there. They had these like badass booths, and you know, but everyone kept kind of gravitating to our little booth, you know, like. But
no sign and no nothing.
And I took a picture of it. It's like timeless and like a little sheet of paper. 112.
Was the number.
And everyone had like these, and like everybody was like over here like posing. You had a whole like squad next to like people were doing the most, you know. And me and him were like, bro, we just gotta rock with what we got. And like, bro, everybody was like taking pictures with us.
That's what's up.
All the other bands were kind of like, who the fuck are these guys?
It's because I feel like too people their ego plays in too much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I already build myself up. People are gonna come to me, and that's something we're like, nah, bro. Like, never forget. No matter where we go, bro. We're from San Elizario. we'll never forget that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a chip on our shoulder. I don't care if we become a multi-million-dollar business. I'm still gonna treat everyone the same like if we started. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give that energy out. Hey, what's up, brother? Come check us out. How you going? I actually got a sticker for you for free.
Yeah, we do stickers. You know, a lot of people like just the little details. Like people are like, bro, that's dope. You know, like, and people would even come back like 3-4 times. You know, and it was crazy. Like even like they would compare us to the other brands. Like, oh, how much y'all got your capes for? We're like, oh, we got a little deal. Check us out. They're like, dang, they didn't even wanted to go return their stuff that they had bought in from us.
That's when you know.
So we're like, dang, bro. Like we're like, fuck.
But
yeah,
I think
like,
it's energy, bro. It's the energy. It's contagious. People are like, yo, who are those two guys over there? You know what I'm saying?
And we're always trying to smile. We're always trying to laugh, like clown people. You know, like come on, bro. Like, you know, you want it. Like, come on, like check it out. I'll even give you a better deal. You know, check it out. I'll even throw in a little shirt on the side. You know, and people like that. You know, like just the genuine, like you said, people to people connection, people to people relationship.
How is it the business to business like networking there when you're there at the event?
It's awesome, bro. We actually met a couple of the owners of like shampoo blades. We carry those, and we met the owners of there. We met one of the big representatives for Stylecraft. So I mean, even before the event started, before everyone got there, I'm like, yo, let's go walk around, bro. Let's go introduce ourselves to everyone.
So you bring those brands to your shop and
yeah. So then like we ended up meeting them, shaking hands, and we had genuine conversations like we're having now, and that allows people to know who we are.
Yeah.
Know who's behind the brand. You know what I'm saying? What it represents.
I wonder if they got podcast conventions, bro.
I mean, bro, I feel like they do. You know, they got conventions for everything right now.
Bro.
But I feel kind of like it's just like it's kind of one of those things like El Paso, bro. Like I feel like El Paso's always like on the back end of things. Like we don't grasp shit as soon as everybody else does.
We're like 5-10 years behind it.
A little bit. You know what I mean?
Bit.
And by the time, like, podcast's been big for a minute.
Yeah, for sure.
And so when I started doing the podcast with Clay, I was be like, I don't even listen to podcasts at all, bro. You know what I mean? Like, at all.
Shit,
and
you guys
so
are naturals,
for me doing it, it's kind of like, it's crazy. It's ironic too. I don't even listen to podcasts, but I'm like, now that I do one, now I am listening to, you know me, I'll listen to Paul's podcast here and there. I'll listen to different podcasts just to kind of see like, all right, what is everybody else doing, man? What can we implement? What can we bring to the table and shit?
Yeah, 100%.
But I feel like, you know, the lane that we've been in, we've kind of tried to dabble in different shit that, you know what I mean? But this is it, bro. This is the mentality, business to business, bringing on businesses, especially from El Paso, bro. Homegrown businesses. Chicanos, bro. And like we had the show with Breezy, the owner from Pepe's, and there's not a lot of, you know, Chicano and Hispanic supporting Chicano and Hispanics and shit like that.
Right.
Especially in the city. It's kind of always like, nah, fuck them, dog.
It's
like,
ego, man.
Yeah.
We need to put that shit down.
And that's what we do. You know, we put our ego aside and shit. And we don't mind bringing on the businesses on and showing them light and shit. Because I know at the end of the day, it's just kind of, you know, energy that we putting out that's going to come back to us and shit.
Right back.
Exactly.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
But we have 8 questions, dog, for all our entrepreneur guests. That we ask everybody, and the first one is, have you guys met any goals, and would you say that you've conquered those goals that you kind of set on early on in life, or with the business?
Yeah, 100%. When we first started, we had a number in our head. We're like, yo, we got to hit this, and just last week we hit it. Hit it.
I was out selling, and I called him. I was like, brother, congratulations. Nothing to celebrate, but just a little pat on the back.
Like acknowledgement. It was like, hey, yo, we thought it was a far reach 2 years ago, and now we're here. Now let's set the next goal even higher. So I would say, yeah, just last week we hit one of those goals.
That's
and
what's up, dude.
It's
congratulations, Joe.
Appreciate it, brother.
For sure.
It's a reassurance that something's going right.
And what was that goal, if you don't mind me asking? Like, what was that number looking like?
It was 6
in sales.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up, dude.
Six figures.
Okay. Just being modest here and shit. Couple hundred bands.
And it's crazy. Like, I don't know if you've seen this, Clay, but we have this little wagon, and we pull it around. We take it out from our car.
Yeah. I seen
that.
Yeah,
like, and it's like people are like, you all carry that all day, like, and like that shit's heavy, you know. Like, how do y'all do it? You know, people are surprised, and like it's crazy how like something's like something I talk to him about it is like understanding the moments, like I still have a video of him, and we were at Walmart, and we barely brought the little cart, and he was like cruising it around Walmart, and like we
driving it and shit.
Yeah, and like kind of like being in those moments and understanding them, you know, like something I've always understood is like someone's gonna read your book one day. Like, what's that gonna look like? You know, like going back, like, oh, y'all started there. Like, that's the beginning. Now y'all here. Like, it's a journey, you know, and like and like trying to document that, you know, like some way, somehow, even like writing down a journal, some memos, some pictures, like, and like we took a picture today. Like, that's part of our journey, you know, like with you guys, you know, and later on, you know, like only God knows, you know.
1,000, yeah, hell yeah.
Like when we're all millionaires, dog, you know,
smoking cigars.
We're all millionaires smoking cigars, bro. That picture's gonna pop up on the feed and shit, and then we're gonna be like, man, remember Timeless, bro? They're millionaires too, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That, real quick before you jump into the other one, I just want to get this one out real quick. When you do a good deed, is it something that you promote, or is it something you keep to yourself because you feel like it's not as genuine?
So I heard this recently, and I'm obviously gonna say, you know, I keep to myself because like I always like I see somebody like with water though, like they're hustling, like, you know, hey, you want some water? Oh, bad, you know, you don't even need water, but here's some money. But the other part of it is, I think people need to see the generosity. You know what I mean? I think, you know, some people like on the internet showing that, oh, I gave them a dollar or whatever, but they need to see the generosity, see the faces of these people that really need, you know, like a dollar or a food or whatever it is, like genuinely, you know what I mean? So I see both sides of the coin on that, you know what I mean? And as long as you're giving and not worrying about receiving, I think that's what the main thing is, for sure.
To me is when I give, bro, I don't really post a lot about it. Because I know whether I post or not, that's a good deed that I put out. That's energy that's coming back to me, no matter if I post it, if I stay with it or not. You know what I mean? I just kind of, and I don't even do it to be, because I'm going to get it back.
No.
I just,
straight out of heart.
Straight out of heart. Back. That's it. Like, and I'm not going to say that I go out of my way to give to, like, you know, homeless people or like people, but I give a lot to the people that I surround myself with.
Yeah.
And
because we've been there, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Whether it be talks, you know what I mean. Maybe if I see somebody, you know what I mean, not really like fucking busy that week, I'll buy them something to eat. Like, yo, let's go get something to eat or whatever. Just that little shit, and it makes them feel like, damn, like, you know, he bought me something to eat, dog. Like, he was noticed that, you know, I was hungry and shit. You know what I mean? So just shit like that, bro. I try to do good for people that are around my realm, so they can kind of see like, yo, Vic's a fucking dope ass motherfucker.
That's what's
dog.
up.
Like, you know what I mean?
I respect that.
Not just because I want to get it back, because there's plenty of times where I've done shit for people, I don't get nothing back, and it's like, cool, but it comes back to me in other forms. You know what I mean? And mainly just peace of mind, bro. Mainly just peace of mind. That, I did that shit.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like sometimes like we're going so fast that we need to just chill out and realize that we're blessed, bro. Even though we're not at our goal, we're blessed as it is. And we look around, it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
I think about that shit all the time, dog. All the time, bro. Because, like, I tell Clay all the time that, you know, I couldn't see myself here, bro. I'm not supposed to be here, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'll say that to the camera. I'm not supposed to fucking be here, dog. So anything that's going now, bro, like, you know, I've had fucking battles. I've had words with the crew, and I fucking have had to have meetings, and my girls bullshit. Me and Clay, sometimes we fucking throw hands or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's all blessing, dog, because I've been through so much worse that this shit's easy to me, bro.
Yeah.
Can't compare, bro.
Can't compare. And all that shit was like self-infliction. So now that, you know, shit that comes out of left field, I'm just like, oh shit, cool.
Let's figure it out.
Navigate around it, hurdle it or whatever. Yep. Fucking hit him with the Heisman or whatever you got to do and just keep moving, bro. You know what I mean? Just keep moving.
And that thing about like realizing that you're blessed too, if you can actually like tone down, like be like, damn, I'm actually blessed. In that moment, you got to realize that you're able to like give blessings to somebody else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's the main thing, is because that's the reason we did this podcast, is just to hopefully, you know, invigorate somebody else to like do something for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, you know, like building your own business, you know, becoming a barber, whatever it is, man. Like they're talking about, I did a career day for the kids, and they're like, have you cooked for anybody? Like that was the main question. They said, do you cook for anybody famous? I was like, I finally said, yeah, I cook for Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, he's like,
Shaq?
Yeah.
That's what's up,
and
bro.
then actually one kid had, but I was just playing. I was just like, because like they all asked that, but the one kid had a good question. He's like, did you dream to be a chef? And I was like, You know what? I
Like,
didn't.
man, I'm
I
gonna
know, come
adopt
here,
you.
come here, little man.
Who's parent?
Put
Who
this
your
hat on.
parents?
Put this hat on. Right. But it's like, yeah, I did actually. You know, I talk about this too on the podcast. I dreamed to, you know, be in a house where somebody's like, "Hey, chef, what's for dinner?" You know what I mean? And now I'm making new dreams. I didn't think I would have a podcast, and now I'm dreaming about like being sponsored by some big national label brand, and we're gonna manifest that.
And it
you
is
know,
gonna
and
happen.
we're
Sure, yeah, it's gonna happen.
We're gonna keep going after that. And we're
Shout
gonna
out
have new
Liquid
dreams
Death.
after that. Hell yeah! Shout
out
Shout out
Liquid
Liquid Death, yo.
You know what I mean?
Salud.
Hey, salud.
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 But yeah, and then we're gonna, once we get that, we're gonna have new dreams. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be handing out more blessings to more people. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
Which leads me to the next question, bro. Do you guys feel like you all broke through?
Oh no, far from it.
Nah, not close. Not even close. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're blessed for the things we've gotten,
yeah.
but it's just in our minds we have a vision and we're not even close, man. But it gives that sense of urgency of like keep going, keep
Cool.
going, keep going.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, nah, I don't think so. What about you?
Nah, we're we don't idolize a lot of people, but like we see like what it could be, you know, like
So like that 15-year-old in Sanelli, like you're asking him like, hey, look, this is where you're at now. You're at now. Do you think they broke through, or do you think he's gonna keep
like
going?
if you ask somebody that comes
Yeah.
from your hood, and they were to ask him like, yo, do you think Timeless broke through?
or
Yeah,
What would you think they would say?
they're still going. They're still going.
I think 15-year-old me would be surprised for sure.
Hell yeah. Dude.
Because I thought I was
Yeah.
gonna do college. I wanted to be a realtor.
Because I like that point of view. Some other people say that, and I like that because it's like your mindset. Like you're not fuck. We're still going. We're on the rocket ship. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
still give yourself props, man. I mean, reaching 6 figures, that's big deal. It's a big deal,
Appreciate it.
man. You know,
Appreciate
you guys are
That's
doing
what's
big
up,
things,
bro.
man. Seriously.
Thank
Let
you.
me
I
ask
appreciate
you this, dog, because I know you went to school, got your 4-year degree, and then you're continuing your education, right?
exactly.
So now with the business, the Timeless, it's kind of like you said, it doesn't have anything to do with your degree.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of using it, some skills, but you're not going that route. Just like Clay, left Costco to do this full time. How scary was it for you, dog, to say like, okay, I got my life in line with this degree,
Yeah. Right.
and then I'm gonna say fuck the degree and do Timeless. You know what I mean?
I'm sure you got something from your family. You're like, what?
Yeah, you get a lot of clashback, like, and it is scary to understand something that's secure. Like, oh yeah, like I've done internships for the past 5 to 6 years at hospitals. I've been at the courthouse, and you see these people, their lifestyle, and I'm like, they look happy. Don't get me wrong, but they're not living their dream. You mentioned your dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah, your passion is.
Their passion. Like my dad, he has a tire shop out in Sanelli, and like he grinds it. He gets it every morning. He closes till 8. He's open Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Nice.
But he loves what he does.
What's
you know?
what's his tire shop's called, bro?
Shout out to El Parche Tire.
There you go.
Shout
Shout
out,
out.
because this is where this boy came from, dog.
But seeing him like seeing having that passion, regardless if there's a nickel to be made, like really gave me that. I actually got while I was going through my college, I got a minor in business because it started kind of like, it made sense,
Yeah.
And I was sitting in class doing my work, and I would get through it, and I was like, how many people here actually have a business? Does a teacher even have a business?
Yeah, right.
Like, so it really like kind of like really gave me like what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Like, and like he mentioned like his 15-year-old self. I made a promise to my 8-year-old self that one day like you're gonna stand apart from everybody else. Some way, somehow. Like, social work is about helping people. And I apply that to my everyday life. That's who I am. And I even got my master's in social work. So I was like,
Damn.
so
nice.
even like to like,
That's 6 years, dog. That's
so like,
It's commitment.
So
yeah,
for-
for sure.
so some
shit's
some
hard.
people can't even handle school itself. They're like,
Oh yeah, yeah, that's me.
and to still have a business, a full blown business. But like, I used to think it was school was a priority and Timeless was a safety plan. But at some point I was like, it has to switch because the passion was there. Like,
Nice.
I'm sitting in class, reading these chapters, turning in assignments. I'm like, I'm going through the motion. Like, I'm not, and obviously like I'm not in the field, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm seeing the people around me, like, and they don't seem happy. They don't seem like, and
Like
I'm
they're living and
they're
shit.
living.
They're alive, but
They're
they're not
alive.
living life and shit.
And I could literally see it through him maybe like year 2. We'd go south and we'd be like, hey, And then you're like, I gotta go to class. Fuck. And I was like, dog, your passion is in business, and I'm telling you, because I see it in you, bro. Like you're excited.
Yeah.
You're excited to come, and it's something different every day. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what we're gonna expect, so it's like we're walking blindly, and we love that shit, bro.
And even to this point, like I think one of the fears that you mentioned, like you mentioned, fear is like letting people down. You know, like my corner. You know, like a lot of people, they're like, all right, you want to go through that route? I feel like there's an I told you so if I don't make it. You know, like, you know, I told you, dog. They told me a partnership wouldn't work. Like, hey, you know, like it's because, you know, it might clash. And
Yeah, sure.
But it's like having that faith in God and having that faith in the passion is like,
jeez.
and we're here now, and like thank God that things have been going good. But like seeing these milestones and these moments, like y'all mentioned, like being like with these celebrities, like you get to see the reward that you put in, you know,
and the hard work, yeah,
and working like a 9 to 5, like as a social worker at a hospital or something, like you're capped, like, oh, you're only able to help to a certain extent. You're only able to do certain up to
working amount. A 9 to 5, dog. You're just a fucking in the crowd, seeing the show. You know what I mean? And what you guys done? You guys got backstage, met the motherfucker on stage, put your gear on stage. Jeez. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the impact, like having that, like, dang, bro, like, and you know, like I never wanted to be like, nah, I could have pulled the plug from getting my degree, you know, like a long time ago. But I was like, my pride is like, you know, like I said I was gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finish it regardless. And that's I'll give one to my mom and my mom and my dad, like, hey y'all, this is for you guys. But I'm gonna go run them. But I'm gonna go run some.
And to those, bro, watching this, if you are in a 9 to 5, take that risk. Use this sign to take a risk, bro. Follow your passion. Learn from someone who's already done it. You know what I'm saying? And then build off that. Take that first step of fuck. What's gonna happen? Who knows, bro?
Who knows? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're gonna regret more of not doing it later on than you doing it and fucking up.
But just realize it's gonna take fucking work, because you're gonna be doing the 9 to 5, and then you're gonna be up fucking 6 to 2 trying to figure it out. How am I gonna put this together?
You have
Who's
to be
gonna help me? How am I gonna fucking get those clients and social media and all that shit?
One thing I saw and I really, really like it. It's called being aggressively patient. And like what they mean by that, some context is having that sense of urgency of putting in that work day in and day out, but understanding that success is delayed.
Oh hell yeah, delayed gratification. Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna be putting in work. You're not gonna see shit.
Yeah.
And then eventually, slowly, it starts to go up, and you're like, damn, about time. But that's what it is. You have to be aggressively patient.
Yeah, this shit takes time, yo. This takes time.
A lot of time.
Definitely,
bro.
my fucking patience been like, I definitely built on that shit, man. But 100%. Go ahead and ask your favorite question, dog.
I already prepped him, dog. But that line between cockiness and confidence, dog. What do you guys think? Like, what's your point of view?
I think confidence is,
as an entrepreneur, you know what I mean?
I think confidence is understanding your ability to do anything you put your mind to. I have that confidence. If I put my mind to it, bro, I know I can do it.
Yeah.
Cockiness, on the other hand, I feel like it could kind of rub off in a way too. But in my opinion, cocky is like thinking you're better than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? When I walk into a room, bro, I don't think I'm better than everybody else. I'm just very, very confident in my abilities. But I'm not going to go and try to be like, shit, I'm better than you, dog. Tell you that much. Nah, hell no. I tell Jaime I would treat the janitor the same as I treat the CEO. So I'm going to treat everybody with respect. So in my opinion, I have confidence. I know I could do anything I put my mind to, but I'm not going to rub off as like trying to put others down to make myself feel better.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that comes from insecurity, and I'm confident enough to know my abilities. So if anything, my confidence, I want to rub people off in a positive way. Lift them up. You know what I'm saying?
Uplift them.
Instead of like try to down talk to make myself sound better. I just don't roll. That's not how I roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I see that very different. Like I've came from like rock bottom to where I'm at now.
Right.
And like there's always been that grit. Like I've always, you know, getting it out the mud, you know, sacrifice and all that. So like when you're a little bit cocky, I see it like you're a little bit proud. Like I know my potential. I know what it took to get here. Like, so when it's showtime, the lights are on. It's like, I know
you gotta be cocky.
Like where the world is very competitive, you know, like I always tell them, you never know who's watching. Mm-hmm. You never know. Like, so like I bring that, like at least I see it, like you have to be a little bit like cocky in a way, you know, like obviously confident, but like you need to know what, I think confidence and cockiness comes from within either way, you know. So like I know what the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to get to this point. So like, no, you can't take that away from me.
Being proud in that shit. That's what other people see as cockiness and shit or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, damn, this was fucking like, why is he cocky? Yeah. But you just super secure,
super
about yourself.
Confident. Yeah,
that's the thing about like humility, bro. Like, you can't be too humble.
No, you can't.
You know what I mean?
You got to be delusional in a sense too.
Yeah, bro, because like being too humble is kind of separating your confidence level. Is kind of like not there. You know what I mean? You got to have that humbleness, but you also have to be like that. Yeah, I'm about it, dog. Yeah, I'm secure in what I do. You know what I mean? Without any type of second thought to it.
I mean, you got to be a dog. I mean, you gotta bite. At a certain point.
But at the same way too, I think a lot of that doesn't have to be backed by talking. You know what I'm saying? That dog, that grit, in my opinion, its actions are louder than words. You know what I'm saying? So like, I could be humble, like talking people, treating everyone cool. But when it's time to go to work, when it's time to lock in and reach that vibe, that frequency, that's when it's like comes out by actions. You know what I'm saying?
Were you cocky on the court?
100%.
100%,
bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was, and we were talking about that because we're like, confidence and arrogance. You know what I'm saying? I was like, on the court, bro, we're the most arrogant motherfuckers out there, bro. Like, to this day, we'll be like, fool, you can't guard me. Like, stop. Go home already. You can't guard me. So 100%.
That's funny.
And maybe it does carry on. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it does carry on when the competitors comes out. Maybe a little cockiness does come out. Yeah. But I think it goes hand in hand with ego. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I just try to put it down and kind of get over myself in a sense too. You know what I'm saying? Like I do have the confidence that I literally think I can do anything I put my mind to. But my mom always raised me too, is like, treat everyone with respect too. Because you never know what someone else is going through. You never know who you're talking to. You know what I'm saying? I could talk to a guy in pajamas and then I treat him good and everything. Next thing you know, he's a big CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. So always treat people with respect. And I think that's the biggest thing with me is treat people with respect. Because you never know who you're talking to.
True.
For sure.
Who or what inspires you, dog?
My family. I would say my family, my pops. My pops, he's always been grinding since the jump to give us everything we want. He was there throughout all my sports growing up, putting in OT just to provide me with the things I needed to grow. My girl, my sisters, my mom, everyone, bro. My family is my biggest inspiration, and that's my why. That's why I keep going every single day when I don't feel like it, feel like shit. I keep going because of them. They're my why for sure.
What about you, fam?
Yeah, I think I would agree. Like the people in my corner, my family, my girl, I feel like you make them a promise subconsciously, like I'll take care of y'all one day. You know, like I'm gonna, and it's something that I've never even told them. It's just a subconscious.
That's
promise.
something you want for your.
Like, bro, like pops, like I know you're grinding, but hang in there. You know, hang in there.
Like take them out that tire shop one day and shit,
and
bro.
But also like. I love hearing people's like come up stories. You know, I'm always on the internet, TikTok, YouTube, and just hearing people's story. You know, like people's story influences me. Like being as a social worker, like you see a lot of people like with their stories. You know, like I was in drugs. Some people like don't have legs. You know, like some people they got it bad. You know, and hearing their story is something that influences me. Like, what am I complaining for? You know, like what am I to be grateful for? Like so that stuff pushes me forward.
Hell yeah. And the last one, dog, how do you guys pay it forward? With all your success, everything, like you guys just hit
all
six
the blessings
figures,
and stuff like
all
that.
the
How
blessings,
do you pay it forward?
even if it wasn't, you know, monetary.
So I always say personally, and it's on my Instagram caption, it's I aspire to inspire. I want to be that role model for kids in Sanelli, to show them that I came from where you all came from. I'm nothing special. I just made a decision in my head that I want to be different. I want to chase what people say is impossible. So I would say by showing up every day. So when I do get to that spot and I break through, I want people to look up and be like, damn, if he did it, I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
He lived right across the street from
bro,
me.
he lived down the block and he's doing it. Why can't I do it?
That's what helps you wake up in the morning. You're like, fuck, that's my inspiration.
Bro.
I gotta keep going.
I take big pride in being from San Elizario, bro. It's a blessing, bro. We walk around with chips on our shoulders. Very down to earth people. It's just, I love that place, bro. And one day I have a big dream that I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna build a recreation center out there.
Damn.
And I'm gonna take, cause I mean, although there is good people, there's a lot of drugs out there, bro. There's a lot of drugs out there, and it's easy to slip into a different path, bro. And sports personally saved my life. You know, I was a little shit growing up. I would make dumb decisions, do dumb shit, but when I got into sports, it locked me in. So that's something that I want to do eventually. That's a goal of mine, is to go back and start like a little non-profit recreation center, so that those kids can stay out of those damn streets, bro, and be in there playing basketball, you know, running around the track, or volleyball, whatever it is, bro.
Maybe have a few little cutting courses in there.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Like
something, bro. Hell yeah, bro, no, really, bro. I really do.
Those people that they're not sports people.
No.
They need something else to do. You know what I mean?
Need to find their niche.
They need a craft, bro. They need a craft.
100%.
Let me know.
Yeah, bro. That's something that I am for sure gonna look into, bro. Eventually. But even then now, like, go for it.
To answer your question, paying it forward, you know, I feel like as men we make a lot of mistakes along the way, even if not as entrepreneurs, as men in general, and allowing someone to understand the mistakes we made, so that people don't trip over the same rock or even the same, you know, mistake. Knowledge is key.
Being transparent.
Yeah, being transparent.
Yeah,
like
sure.
Being authentic.
Authentic, yeah, for sure. There you go.
Letting people know.
So allowing people to see, like, you know, bro, like, I know what you're going through, but, you know, that's not the way, you know, like, understanding people. I've been, like, you know, giving people, like, because I feel like if you teach them not about the positive stuff that you've done, but the things that you've had to overcome,
the barriers,
I feel like people see, like, dang, like, I didn't know that was going on. I didn't know that's what you had to overcome. So it kind of gives people like a different type of, like, ambition, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. And yeah, it just sparks them. That's what I'm talking about. That's that spark, because you know what I mean. Like at a certain point, you just make a turn. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm tired of doing this bullshit. I'm gonna do this, and it's like day one or one day. You know what I mean? And it could be your day. You know, day one. You know, whoever.
Yeah, but
could be your day one out there, yo.
It could be your day one out there, man. And like we said, yo, we have Timeless in here. Thank you guys for coming through and spending the time with us today, man. I appreciate that shit.
Badass,
my boy.
Appreciate you, my dog.
Thank you guys for
giving us the time. We back to back on this, man, every fucking week. Friday morning at 9 a.m.
Stay positive, y'all. Stay motivated.
YouTube, Spotify.
Keep going, yo. Keep going.
Amazon Music.
Shout out Exiled, yo.
Listen, subscribe, share. Shout out Timeless, baby. Peace.
Thank you all.
Grind2Hard, baby.
Thank
you, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, appreciate you guys, for real.